based near Moscow. The team typically consists of 4 to 6 fighter jets, but we will see more of those Sukhoi Su-30SM and Su-35 models in modern display. The permanent motto is "We fly with precision, we soar with honor, and we display with power." That's their tagline. When you see the sky painted with lines of white and blue and red smoke, these are the elite pilots from the Russian Knights. The team uses the latest Russian multi-role fighters. The Su-30SM are here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Russian Knights at Dubai Airshow. The display combined power, precision, and harmony in aerial formations. The team performs close distance group, as you can see them as a block. Very close distance between the wingtips, almost 2 meters between each aircraft. They are famous for maneuvers such as Russian diamond formation, the fan brake, the tail slide, and the mirror flight. And let's watch these pilots from Russia. Their show combines military discipline with refined aerial artistry, making them one of the most impressive teams in the world. The Russian Knights team has participated in major international air shows in Europe, Asia, and Middle East, including the Dubai Air Show, where they amazed the audience. And today, they're participating with us once again at Dubai Air Show 2025. The team is considered as an ambassador for Russian aviation, embodying the pride of the Russian military industry and the skill of its pilots. The team has received awards and certificates of appreciation from various countries for their high skill and their magnificent representation of their country. The Russian Knights are not just pilots, but a living piece of art in the world's skies. They are the Russian school of aerobatic flight, power in performance, precision in formation, and beauty in the flow. The team symbolizes the engineering excellence of Russian aircraft such as the Sukhois 30 and 35, which combine the supersonic speed, maneuverability, and advanced digital flight systems.
مشاهدينا الكرام، متابعينا الأعزاء، عبر شاشات مؤسسة دبي للإعلام، ومتابعينا الكرام وحضورنا الكريم في معرض دبي للطيران بهذه النسخة الاستثنائية، نشاهد فريق Russian Knights فرسان روسيا الاستعراضات الجوية، فريق الاستعراضات الجوية الرسمي لسلاح الجو الروسي، وهو واحد من أشهر وأقوى فرق العروض الجوية العسكرية في العالم. تأسس الفريق في عام 1991، والفريق يتميز عن كل فرق العالم تقريبا بأنه يستخدم مقاتلات قتالية ثقيلة في عروضه، وليست طائرات تدريب خفيفة. مثل ما نشاهد في هذه اللحظات جمهورنا الكريم وهي تستعد لتشكيل مناورات مبهرة جدا.
The Russian Knights team participating in major international air shows, and it has participated in Dubai Air Show previously, and it has been the star of the show, star of the air show as well. Coming from your left with the diamond shape, it's a delta shape. What a beautiful maneuver. Coming in a delta shape, exactly the aircraft's shape as a formation. The team is considered as an ambassador of Russian aviation, doing a huge loop as they're watching you upside down and coming back into their position to complete the loop. This loop consists of a lot of transition and agility and maneuverability of the aircraft. The Su-35 Sukhois are those aircrafts that they can do the maneuverability. They are well made for such maneuverabilities, and it becomes the testament for the pilots to become an expert in combining and creating these maneuvers. This display is often used as an aerial diplomatic tool to proudly and powerfully represent Russia on the international stage. They're coming from your right with another maneuver that is going to take our breath away. So get ready for Russian Knights coming from your right. A short distance between the wingtips as they have kept the formation as a delta formation, doing a swift, just a right turn right in front of the crowd, showcasing the belly of the aircraft, the SU Sukhoi 35.
هؤلاء هم فرسان روسيا، طيارون يقودون مقاتلات ثقيلة وكأنها ألعاب في السماء. Russian Knights فريق يبهر أن القوة يمكن أن تكون أيضا فنا جويا. انظروا مشاهدينا الكرام إلى هذا التشكيل الضيق، مهارة لا يقدمها إلا الطيارون الروس.
And of course keeping the shape as a diamond formation, repositioning themselves, coming back from your left. These pilots from Russia, our guests, and we are very happy to see them once again at Dubai Airshow. The sky transforms into a canvas which will be painted very soon. They're ready, getting into the transition of creating those canvases in the skies of Dubai Airshow. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the precision and the accuracy of the distance that they're flying and the altitude that they're controlling, constantly controlling the maneuverability of the aircraft. Each pilot is precise in watching the tip of the wing of the other pilot so that they can maintain the distance and they can maintain the maneuverability of these beautiful aircrafts. Coming back from doing a turn, showcasing the skills of the pilots and the agility of this fighter jet from Russia. Once again, showcasing the belly of the aircraft with the diamond formation. And now they're moving away towards the right. These are the Russian Knights at Dubai Airshow 2025.
6 طائرات مقاتلة ثقيلة تحلق بمسافة ضيقة جدا، تكاد أجنحتها تتقاطع بصريا. كل طائرة تزن أكثر من 20 طن، والتحكم بهذا القرب يتطلب انضباطا عاليا جدا واستجابة دقيقة للمحركات وتنسيقا لا يصدق بين الطيارين. يعتبر توقيع Russian Knights ويظهر قوة الفريق في الأداء الجماعي. الطائرة تنعطف بقوة تتجاوز 8G، مما يعني أن جسم الطيار يشعر ب8 أضعاف وزنه.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we can see them pitching up, and they're just about to go and create another half Cuban. The pilot, with immense skill, prepares the aircraft for a move that defies conventional flight. The speed and the accuracy and the agility of the aircraft helps a lot. And as they are passing from the center stage towards the left, the pilot applies maximum back pressure. The nose of the Sukhoi 35 rockets upwards to a degree that it contains consists of the agility and the technicality of the aircraft helps the performance of the pilot. The aircraft is momentarily seeking into the, of course, the approach towards the crowd line right from the middle of the center stage, as they are preparing for a maneuver which is going to be a surprising maneuver by the Russian Knights. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's welcome the Russian Knights at Dubai Airshow. This is one of the difficult maneuvers, and this is one of the maneuvers that they perform. And left and right, they fly away. And the 4 aircraft, they do a huge loop.
نعم زميل حميد، مثل ما نرى في هذه اللحظات أيضا تناغم جميل وانسجام لا يصدق بين الطائرات، كأنها تتحرك بقلب واحد ونفس واحد. لوحة جوية مرسومة بدقة يبدعها طيارون وصلوا إلى أقصى درجات الاحتراف.
Look at those thrust vectoring nozzles, as you can see them. They are deflecting and compensating for a lack of airflow over the control of surfaces, keeping the aircraft stable and controlled in a post-stall regime. It's a dance between massive power and flawless stability. Watch this maneuver as we can see it. It's the legendary maneuver from the Russian Knights. The aircraft is completing a high-speed pass over the, and it's showcasing its agility. It's a right barrel roll, just a roll, very close wingtips, of course, but the distances are very, very close between the wingtips of these 4 aircraft. The Russian Knights, the super flanker, is executing the maneuver that defines Russian fighter technology.
دقة هندسية وتناغم مدهش، تشكيل يكاد أن يقاس بالمليمتر. طائرات ثقيلة تتحرك بخفة طائر صغير، مشهد يليق بمدرسة الطيران التي لا تعرف المستحيل.
Hold your breath. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to witness the ultimate display of what Russian thrust vectoring technology can achieve. Watch this. A full controlled somersault right here in the skies of Dubai Airshow 2025. The pilot initiates a beautiful turn as these 4 pilots are together, and as if they have been stuck in a glue, stuck with a glue, and each wingtip is very close to each other. A full 360-degree loop to be performed by the Russian Knights. Look closely at the exhaust nozzle as they are coming closer to you, redirecting the massive power of the Saturn AL engines to keep the jet's nose exactly where the pilot commands. It is a breathtaking ballet, moving that turn the aircraft into a spinning top of technological genius. This maneuver proves that for the Sukhoi, the control surface, the wings, the tail are secondary. The thrust is the steering wheel. The rotation is complete. The pilots are ready to showcase their last maneuver. And let's watch these pilots from the Russian Knights. Moving from left to right, showing the belly of the Sukhoi. Doing a 360 turn. Showcasing the skills of the pilots from Russian Knights. Producing a lot of thrust from that engine. And these are the pilots from the Russian Knights showcasing their skills and the maneuverability with these beautiful Sukhois.
على مدى أكثر من 30 عاماً أثبت روشن نايتس أن الاستعراض الجوي ليس مجرد فن، بل قدرة قتالية تعرض بثقة وقوة تترجم بدقة وهيبة لا ينافسهم فيها أحد. نشاهد في هذه اللحظات مشاهدين الكرام فريق روشن نايتس بألوان علم روسيا الأزرق والأحمر والأبيض، حيث يشكلون لوحة فنية جميلة.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we've been waiting for, to create the skies of Dubai Airshow 2025 and prepare a beautiful canvas in the skies with the flag of Russia. And the colors of the flag of Russia are going to be spread. Let's see. This is a roll. A beautiful maneuver to be presented by the Russian Knights, transitioning instantly from rigid formation to high-speed rolls, coming back into action. This was one of those maneuvers that we have never seen before, and these are the pilots that can perform these kind of maneuvers and rotating as if they are attached to each other, to rotate together in one synchronized manner. Beautiful rolls by the Russian Knights, and we're yet waiting for the flag of Russia in the skies of Dubai. Ladies and gentlemen, as they're climbing up, let's watch this surprise by Russian Knights in the skies of Dubai Airshow. They're split in different directions, and they're supposed to be spreading the colors of the flag of Russia, but today they go in either direction. Two aircraft there ready as they are going into every direction. The lead jet climbs hard. Two jets roll left and two rolls roll, and one left and one towards the right. The roar of the engines is thunderous. Watch the aircraft on the flanks, and they are initiating a stimulus roll. They'll be back tomorrow once again. Ladies and gentlemen, many thanks to the Russian Knights. They're about to perform their last maneuver. Here they are, coming from the right. It's a mirror formation, passing, of course, two Sukhois, one inverted, one flying accurately, and understanding the altitude and understanding the agility of the aircraft and controlling the Sukhoi in a perfect manner.
انظروا إلى هذه الطائرات الجميلة وهي تحلق في سماء دبي كنجوم تسطع في معرض دبي للطيران بنسخته 19 في عام 2025. انظروا مشاهدينا الكرام لهذه المناورة الجميلة والاحترافية جدا. تقارب جميل جدا من طيارين ومحترفين لفريق راشن نايتس. تناغم رائع ودقة هندسية محسوبة بين الطيارين.
The exhaust nozzles, as you realize, they're not fixed. They can swivel or pivot independently and redirect the massive thrust of the engines. This is often referred to as 3D TVC, and we can watch this 3D effect as they can create this maneuverability. This allows the pilot to use engine power to control the jet's direction, even when the air flowing over the wings. The aerodynamic control surfaces like rudders and elevators is sufficient, such as the very low speed or extreme high angle of attack, which we will see very soon.
ما ترونه أمامكم ليس مجرد طيران، بل عمل فني محكم. تناغم فيه الطيارات كما لو أنها تتحرك تحت نبض واحد، تتناغم وتترجم أعلى درجات الاحتراف والدقة. انظروا إلى هذا الانسجام المدهش، طائرات تتحرك بإيقاع واحد، ثقة كاملة واستجابة لا تعرف الخطأ، وكأنها تخضع لقلب واحد ينبض فوق هذا المدرج. هنا تتجسد قوة التدريب وروح الفريق والعزيمة التي لا تنسى. عرض لا يعتمد على القوة فقط، بل على الانضباط والمهنية العالية والجمال الذي لا يصنع إلا في السماء. وكلما ارتفعت الطيارات أمامكم ازدادت إبهاراً، وازداد معها شعور الفخر بما يشاهده العالم اليوم. هذا هو العرض الذي يستحق أن يقال عنه إنه لقاء القوة مع الفن، والانضباط مع الإبداع، والاحتراف مع الدهشة. سيداتي سادتي، تمسكوا بمقاعدكم، فاللحظات القادمة تحمل مزيدا من التميز ومزيدا من الروعة ومزيدا من السماء التي تفتح لتستقبل لوحة جوية لا تتكرر.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we see a cross in front of the guests as they perform almost a Lomshavak. They roll together simultaneously and go towards left and right, creating a lot of thrust and a lot of power as they tail slide and it's a flat spin as we are watching these elite pilots from the Russian Knights performing those with those large wings of the aircraft, giving it more agility to perform these maneuvers. These are the maneuvers that can be displayed only by the pilots with a lot of experience. As you can see left and right, they're doing a cross as they meet each other and go high up in the sky. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the Russian Knights performing this maneuver as one of those maneuvers, very difficult to perform, as the control on this Sukhoi has to be accurate as they play this maneuverability between the two stars. As we see the Sukhoi going left and right, the thrust to the weight ratio is greater, 1:1. This means the jet can generate more thrust than its one weight, allowing it to accelerate straight up and maintain control during low speed, and they're going to showcase this agility on the aircraft very soon. These are the pilots from the Russian Knights closing today's show, and we are about to see another maneuver by the Russian Knights to showcase the closing display of today's aircrafts. The pilot-friendly, the modern digital fly-by-wire systems, they take the pilot's input and translates it into hundreds of simultaneous corrections to the engine thrust. As we can see, the Sukhoi going upside down as controlling the rudder and the elevators to ensure the jet remains controllable during the movements, and that would send a conventional fighter into an uncontrollable spin. And he's moving very slow, keeping the control and the agility of the aircraft. The fly-by-wire system is programmed to manage the complex interaction between the traditional control surface and the thrust vectoring nozzles, allowing the pilot to safely execute maneuvers well past the critical stall angle. As he's doing a 360 turn, it requires a lot of control and understanding of the fly-by-wire to control it as well. The agility of the Sukhoi family stems from its ability to use its engine thrust as its primary control mechanism. The large wing area, the unique body lift generated by the fuselage, and the leading edge root extensions, LERX, are all shaped to maintain and control and be stable at the airflow even when the nose is dramatically pulling up. Completing, after the flat spin, completing its roll and turning, doing rolls towards the right and repositioning itself to come back from the left for another fly pass. Let's watch this pilot from the Russian Knights to perform this pass, and as he performs the 45-degree turn and a roll at the top, controlling the Sukhoi to its persistence and bringing back the action again. These are the Russian Knights closing today's act and today's of course, evening, with a beautiful roar in the sky, a beautiful maneuverability that we can see. Many thanks to the Russian Knights for ending the day at Dubai Airshow 2025.
سيداتي وسادتي، ضيوف دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة من مختلف دول العالم، عشاق